Today, we are taking a look at the top hoodie and sweatshirt trends for apparel printers and clothing brands. From sweatshirt styles to brands, print placements, and inks, we're going to be covering the most popular trends that we've seen emerge this year, along with how you at home can match the look. Hey friends, Dave here with Transfer Express. Now, we originally set out to create a video about hoodie trends, but with the rise of the crewneck sweatshirts in the past couple years, we had to include it in this video too. So let's get started and we'll dive into these popular looks. Now, we won't be covering too much into printing hoodies. We've got a great, detailed, in-depth video for printing hoodies right here, and we'll also have it linked in the description below. Now, the first thing we're going to cover in this video is going to be some styles and popular garment manufacturers and choices who have got those blanks so you could create some swag of your own, like what we'll show you today. If you are new to the channel, Transfer Express is the leading supplier of custom screen printed and digital heat transfers for the apparel decorating industry. With 2 facilities in Ohio and Arizona, we're able to meet the demands of our customers nationwide. Now, we are dedicated to customer service, and helping grow apparel businesses is our #1 priority. Everything we do is focused on making sure we send high quality, fashionable, custom transfers on time and on a budget. So we're going to start right off with the ones I mentioned earlier, the crewneck sweatshirts. Now, we had to cover the resurgence of this popular style. Not only is it very comfortable, but it's in style right now, and it has been kind of for like the past year or so. But these are able to be worn by itself or even layered under jackets, so you won't have a problem selling this style if you're running your own brand. Some popular garments that you could get at home are the Gildan 18,000 in that $4 to $5 range for a blank, the Port & Company PC90 in the $7 range, or even the very in-demand Comfort Colors 1566 in that $20 blank garment range. Next up, let's talk about the athleisure movement. Now, these are mostly polyester or tri-blend hoodies, and they're made specifically for sportswear, workout gear, and they have a nice fashion fit to them. They've really risen in popularity with the athleisure trend on the rise in the past couple years, and it's really popular right now. Now, if you're unfamiliar with athleisure, it's basically wearing the clothing designed for workout activities just as regular, comfy clothes. And you're gonna find a lot of fitted or tighter fitting garments in this category, like the Sporttech F244 in that $20 range, the ladies Sporttech LST 298, which is a tri-blend crop top in that $20 range. More on crop tops in a little bit. The Sporttech PosiCharge ST 225, and that has the nice raglan cut on the sleeves. That's also super popular in that $29-ish range. Now, we were talking about crop styles, so these are a category all of their own, and these carry over from that athleisure style. Now, the crop sweatshirts and hoodies have made a huge comeback, and they aren't the 90s style crop tops that I think you're thinking of. They're designed to fit well with the new high-waisted trend with the pants, and there's quite a few options from a wide variety of manufacturers in both crewneck and hoodie versions. One of the most popular styles is the Bella Canvas 7502 in that $22 range for the blank. Of course, the Champion RW01W in that $40 range, or even the District DT1105 crop crewneck in a much more affordable $14 range for the blank. Now, t-shirt hoodies are another one from the athleisure trend that is here with they're pretty much just long sleeve hooded t-shirts. Now, they're more just a t-shirt than actually like a hoodie fabric, so they are lightweight, and many come in cotton or tri-blend versions, and they are now available with a lightweight, useful, and comfy style, usually without the pocket of the hood, the kangaroo pocket, if you will. Now, Comfort Colors 4900 is in that $14 range. The Sporttech Tri-Blend ST406 is in a $13 range for a real athletic fit. And the District DM139 is in that way super affordable $8 range for a blank garment in this category. Now, You may have seen this trend already, but we're going to talk about the tie-dye or the bleached garments as well. Now, this is a DIY trend, and you'll see a lot of people making these on TikTok or even on Etsy. But they're so popular that a lot of garment manufacturers are now creating colorways for tie-dye and that bleached out look on the garments. Typically, this result has been achieved at home by spraying a bleach mixture on the garments laid outside on your driveway or the grass and just allowing the color to be removed from the fabric in an organic or splatter pattern. Very similar to people tie-dyeing at home. But even with the rise of tie-dye, you've seen so many more garment manufacturers offer tie-dye styles. Now, some of the great styles here in this category are the Port & Company PC144 Crystal Dye and the PC146 Tie-Dye. They're going to be in that $20 range for blanks. And of course, the Champion Weave TDS101 for a very high-end look if you don't want to do your dyeing or your bleaching at home in that $50 range. Now, you can totally get that effect at home very, very easily by just buying any color of hoodie or t-shirt that you want and removing the color at home with the method that we just mentioned. Now, a spotlight here at the end of our styles section, we have to mention Champion. Now, Champion, I'm sure have heard of before. They've been around for a very long time as a subsidiary of Hanes brands since the early 90s. Now, Champion has seen a huge resurgence in popularity lately, probably back to late 2019 or early 2020. From influencers to collaborations with huge brands and even Sesame Street, with the fashion partnerships that Champion has made, this once athletic-only budget brand has positioned itself into the mainstream of streetwear and everyday clothes. They've seen double-digit growth in the past 2 years, heavily driven by newer, affordable, fashion-forward options. And you can't go wrong because so many people want them. And with tons of options that are still within your budget, you're going to see us mention some of Champion's branding styles a little bit here when we start to talk about print placements and designs. Hoodies and sweatshirts are definitely great, but we're apparel decorators here, so we need to talk about those print locations. And there's been a huge trend in more minimalistic and smaller imprints, especially on hoodies and sweatshirts. A lot of small text or simple colors, small details that are driving a lot of this season's style. Let's take a look at a few popular spots to park your graphics for that perfect trendy look. Now, of course, center chest, right on the front, will always be our top spot. Just like t-shirts, that front and center placement puts your design in the most visible spot on the garment. Next, we'll mention the left chest spot. Now, this is perfect for the zip or pullover hoodies, or even we've seen it a lot on crewneck sweatshirts. The left chest print is a timeless print location, and you're going to notice looking on Etsy or other apparel marketplaces that the prints are becoming smaller and more minimalized here, kind of mimicking the Champion C or even the Nike swoosh that you'll see on those branded blanks. One emerging trend is a vertical left chest artwork that runs up and down the entire front side. And this is in part because of the aesthetic of athletic sportswear brands being pushed by major league sports like the NFL and NBA. You'll typically see those championship or teamwear designs utilizing that left side of the garment. Of course, if you've got the long sleeves, they are perfect for print. From small embellishments down near the cuff, again, similar to that Champion and Nike style, to full-length sleeve prints that come from the traditional streetwear aesthetic. You'll find the rise of popularity of this print location somewhat new for the mainstream, and if you are a custom print shop, you may have had noticed some of your clients requesting this long sleeve print location. Now, it's a great way to add bold or subtle messaging, and the popularity of this has actually skyrocketed after Carhartt released their just regular hoodies from the Carhartt shop that became incredibly popular, with Carhartt printed real big right down the entire left sleeve of their hoodies. Now, if you're running your own clothing brand, that small print on or near the bottom of the sleeve is a great opportunity for some of your own branding too, just like this example that we have on the table here. Now these small prints are awesome because with our screen printed transfers, you could fit tons of them on one sheet, bringing the print cost of each individual image down to just pennies. The last location making a big comeback is the pocket print. A little trickier to print, this is perfect for small branding details or athletic numbers. If you're going to be using the heat pressing technique or any transfer type, it's a good idea to raise the print area away from the pocket seams. We've found that using affordable mouse pads work great to just slip them in the pocket before printing. Now to wrap up this video, let's talk about some artwork and effects. If you haven't already noticed, puff ink is making a huge comeback right now. It's an awesome effect that creates a raised imprint, while heavy ink-covered areas could feel thick on those lighter weight t-shirts. On sweatshirts and hoodies, it doesn't add any feel to the person wearing the garment. Now, graphic design trends have moved to bold or outline text, absolutely perfect to take advantage of this special effect ink. Of course, regular plastisol screen prints are always in style, especially with ease of use of our goof-proof screen printed transfers. And it brings that timeless, limited 1 or 2 color print to your favorite blank hoodie or sweatshirt. Perfect for those small prints or text-only designs. Now for many brands, the subtle print locations and artwork makes the garment unique and able to be mixed and matched with a variety of different clothing and styles, making them very popular with the more layers that we throw on us as this weather gets colder into the winter season. Now, if you think we missed anything, please let us know down in the comments section below. We love the heat pressing community and the discussion that these topics can create. But we are pushing out new videos like this one every single week on the Transfer Express YouTube channel. So if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? You could click that button right there. As always, we are happy to help in any way we can for any apparel decorators out there. If you need to reach us, you could always call or email info@transferexpress.com or reach out to us on social media. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing. Now, our last location making a comeback is the pocket print. Did my voice squeak during that? The last